In 1920, three Australian aviators founded an airline in the Queensland outback. Today, that airline carries over 50 million passengers a year, operates more than 300 aircraft, and generates over $15 billion in annual revenue. Its name is Qantas. For over a century, Qantas has remained a leading force in global aviation, building one of the strongest reputations in the skies. But behind the numbers lies something else: emotion. Many Australians feel a sense of pride and belonging when they see a Qantas ad. But why? This is the story of how Qantas uses emotion to inspire loyalty and drive people to book flights. Qantas has always understood the power of symbolism. From the very beginning, the airline positioned itself not just as a way to travel, but as a national icon. And over its 100-year history, it has kept evolving, changing its business model, upgrading its fleet, and always staying ready for what's next. This constant push forward gave Qantas its unique place in the skies. At one point, Qantas was the only airline in the world operating an all-Boeing 747 fleet for international flights. It showed boldness, a willingness to go all in on what it believed would lead the future of global aviation. Today, the Qantas Group operates through both Qantas and Jetstar, covering domestic and international routes with a mixed fleet. The aircraft lineup includes Boeing 747s and Airbus models like the A320, A330, and A380. Each decision to update made them thrive just more and more. That decision strategy is driven by transformation. At Qantas, change isn't a crisis, it's a mindset. It's part of how the company survived decades of global shifts in the aviation industry. Behind the scenes, leadership has kept the company agile, always realigning the business model to stay ahead. Lee Clifford, chairman of Qantas, made that clear in the fiscal year 15-16 annual report. He said the group had increased net free cash flow, grown return on invested capital, and strengthened its balance sheet. In that same period, Qantas returned over $1 billion to shareholders and almost doubled its earnings per share to 49 cents. CEO Joyce led the charge with a clear vision. He said that transformation helped Qantas become more competitive, adopt new technologies, and build a culture based on innovation, diversity, and inclusion. He described the company as a very different company from just a few years ago. And that difference shows in every part of the Qantas Group. It's not just Qantas International or domestic. It includes Jetstar, Qantas Loyalty, and both domestic and international cargo operations. Each branch feeds into a machine that runs on efficiency and experience. Running this machine isn't cheap. Every seat sold comes with expenses for catering, fuel, and maintenance. So Qantas zeroed in on reducing those costs. One key win was fuel. The company managed to cut total fuel costs by 3% in just 1 year. That drop wasn't accidental. It came from adding newer, more fuel-efficient planes like the A380. With higher seat capacity and smarter operations, Qantas made every flight more profitable. More passengers, less fuel burned, and more money saved. Passenger revenue followed the same trend. It kept rising steadily for 2 straight years. Lower fuel costs met higher ticket sales, creating a sweet spot where profit could grow without compromising service. But numbers only tell one side of the Qantas story. The other side is about pure emotion, the kind that doesn't show up on a balance sheet but makes you feel something in your chest. That's where Qantas has always played the long game. It's not just about selling seats, it's about selling a feeling. And that feeling begins with the music. The soft, familiar notes of "I Still Call Australia Home" start to play. A children's choir sings as sweeping shots roll across red deserts, bright coastlines, and bustling city streets. You see faces, real, emotional Australian. Some are crying, some are smiling. All of them hit home in a way few ads ever do. No wonder people bawl over their ads. This isn't just marketing even, it's emotional memory. That first "I Still Call Australia Home" ad dropped in 1987 and was reborn in 1994 for the Canada Commonwealth Games. Then came the Qantas Choir in 1998, a tradition that would take school children across the globe to film the next generation of ads. And in 2022, it hit all over again. A fresh version, soaked in nostalgia and raw emotion, landed right in the middle of a world that had been locked down and pulled apart. For those who remember the old versions, it was like watching your past and present collide in a single ad. You are reminded just how much time has passed, how fast it's all moved, and how badly we need to see the people we love again. And that's the genius. The ad doesn't scream, "buy a flight," it whispers, "come home." The visuals keep telling that same story. Yes, there are wide shots of aircraft gliding over cities and terminals glowing with activity. But between all that, it's the quiet moments. A mother embracing her daughter after years apart. A couple hugging tightly at the gate. A nervous student waving goodbye. These aren't actors, they're us. Every frame speaks connection because they're showing reunions, dreams, childhoods, and returns. These commercials are love letters to distance, time, and the joy of coming back. The narration is also slow, calm, sincere. A voice that doesn't sell you something, it tells you something, that you are part of something. That being Australian means carrying a sense of home, even when you're halfway across the planet. This emotional pull builds a deep kind of loyalty, not the transactional kind, the human kind. You don't remember a Qantas ad because it had a promo code, you remember it because it made you cry. It reminded you of your dad at the airport gate, your sister who moved overseas, your own memories. That kind of connection lasts. Qantas knows this and they keep it consistent. Whether it's a TV ad, a digital billboard, or an airport screen, the message stays the same. Same tune, same tone, same story. So when you hear those familiar opening notes, your heart already knows what's coming. It's comfort, it's recognition, it's home. And guess what? That emotion translates to hard results. People feel good flying Qantas. They remember the ads, they talk about them at dinner, they trust the brand because the brand feels like part of their own story. That trust becomes routine. Bookings rise, frequent flyers return, loyalty programs grow stronger. People choose Qantas because the feeling stays with them. The ads stay in their memory. The message connects with their sense of identity. That feeling leads them back to the brand again and again. The company grows with that loyalty. Qantas earns strong profits across its divisions. In 2024, Qantas International recorded $923 million in profit. Qantas Domestic reached $578 million. Jetstar added $497 million. Qantas Loyalty brought in millions. But Qantas also provides a premium international flight experience. This goal shapes every part of the business. Leaders set the standard from the top. Employees follow through with care and dedication. Each decision supports the quality of service. The company improves constantly to stay ahead. The company also updates its fleet to maintain high standards. New aircraft join the lineup. Services improve regularly. Routes adapt to meet demand. Destinations grow. And each step keeps Qantas competitive in the global market. That's because the CEO supports a model of transformation and emotion. And through it all, Qantas stays in motion. The business changes with time. Processes adjust, services evolve, operations respond to new needs. This mindset allows Qantas to lead with purpose and direction. The branding remains strong. The customer experience stays consistent. The message continues across every platform. People see the Qantas logo and feel something familiar. The music, the stories, and the service all work together. That's how Qantas becomes more than a way to travel. It becomes the reason why Qantas ads make Aussies cry and book flights.